Hi, I'm Gamet with InDesign Secrets, and in this video I'm going to show you how to put an InDesign file inside of another InDesign file. It's not so much that it's difficult to do, it's just that a lot of people don't realize it's something that is possible. Also, a lot of people don't realize why you might want to do this. In this first example, I have a newsletter, and I decide that I want to put an ad after this page. I'm going to open up the Pages panel, and I'm just going to use a keyboard shortcut, Command or Control-Shift-P, to add a page. Now in this case, I already have an ad that I'd like to place inside here. It's in a folder called Flyer, and we just have this sales flyer, and you'll notice that it is an InDesign file. Now I'm not doing anything special, I'm just opening up this file, just so we can look at it and see what we have. There are 2 pages to this file. I'm only concerned with the first one. We're going to consider that our ad to put inside our newsletter. I'm going to jump back to the newsletter file, and I'm going to place this just like I would any other graphic or PDF or text. And that is, I'm going to use the File, Place command. I'm going to navigate to where that file is. Here's our salesflyer.indd. And I can turn my Show Import options on. In this case, it's important that I do that because I need to choose which page or pages I would like to import. I'll say OK. And now I can choose which pages I'd like to import. In this case, I'm going to stick with the previewed page, which is page 1. I'll say OK to that, and I get my loaded place cursor with my graphic ready to place. And I say graphic even though it's an InDesign file, because in this document, it's going to treat it as if it is a graphic. And now I have my placed file. If I roll over it, I can see that I get the content grabber. And if I click on it, it now moves and behaves just as a JPEG would, a PNG, a PDF, any type of file I might place. The nice thing is, it's still an InDesign file. I'm going to go up to my links panel, and I can see not only is my INDD file listed in my links panel, but if I drill down, I can also see any graphics placed inside that file. Alright, so where this really comes in handy is when I need to make updates to this file. For instance, in this document, I notice I have a very bright color palette, but my flyer is a little muted. Now, being that it's an ad, that's probably not a big deal, but maybe I want the ad to look a little bit more in line with the rest of the newsletter. So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to jump over here to page 3. I'm just going to shift select each of these colored boxes, and then I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. We'll do something with the clipboard contents in just a second. I'm going to jump back to where my InDesign file has been placed inside this InDesign file, and I'm going to select it. Then I'm going to right-click or control-click on it, and come down to Edit With or Edit Original. In this case, I'll do Edit Original. I'll click that, and it opens up that file. Now, we already had it open. If it wasn't already open, it would have opened it for me. Now I'm going to do Command or Control V to paste those boxes we took from that other file. And the reason for that was just simply so that I would get those colors loaded into my swatches. I'm going to delete those frames, and then I'm just going to make a couple changes to the InDesign file here. This dark brown, I'm going to go ahead and make that green, but I'm going to make sure the fill is green. There we go. And then I'm going to select this frame down here, make sure my fill is selected, and I'm going to change that to this orange instead. And then I'm just simply going to save the file and jump back over to the newsletter file, and I can see that the item was updated with the new colors that we just added. So now the ad matches the tone of the newsletter a little bit more. Well, I hope you found this tip helpful. For thousands more InDesign articles and tutorials, be sure to visit InDesignSecrets.com. And don't forget to sign up for our free InDesign Tip of the Week. Thanks for learning with us.